for you. Thank you for being here. Making it on a session on money right here Sunday morning can be tough, and you made it here. And I want to acknowledge each one of you for making it. Only 1 in 8 Indian women take charge of their finances. And by showing up for this session, you've demonstrated your commitment to be that 1 in 8 Indian women who take charge of their finances. So warm welcome, my people. Over the next 90 minutes, I will give my best and create value for you. You make sure that you create value for your time, because these 90 minutes, none of us are ever getting back in our lives. So let's make the best of it, you and I together. If you have any appointments within these 90 minutes, I suggest you leave right now and show up for the next webinar. I trust you have pens and papers ready. Please take notes. This webinar can change your money life. If you don't have pens and papers, I suggest you go and grab one right away in this moment. If you have any questions, please keep them for the Q&A section. So note your questions down on the papers that you've taken. And I'm going to answer all your questions in the Q&A section that we intend to begin around 11:45 a.m. The more you engage with me, the more you're going to gain. So how many of you are ready to engage and create value for yourself? Type in ready if you're ready. How many of you are ready to create value for yourself? How many of you are ready? Type in ready. Got it. Surekha, Vinaya, Sapna, Manju, Suchitra, Harshita, Khushbu, Gautami, Kaveri, Trishula, Bharati, Sakshi, Ashwini, Deepti, Kadamri, Sri Ranjani, Archana, Sarika, Supriya, Aliza, Shilpa, and everybody's name I've not managed to take. Got it? Munmun. Galaxy Note 9, please rename yourself. Madhuri, Surekha, warm welcome, my people. What an absolute privilege having women who committed to their financial goals. Let's begin. So today, what you will learn in this webinar. Number one, you will learn how not to lose money while investing. Number two, you will learn the truth about wealth creation. And number three, you will learn how you can begin on wealth creation right now. And by the end of this webinar, you will have absolute clarity on what actions you need to take to go to your next level with your finances. We are Women on Wealth. We help women take charge of their finances. We run online financial training and coaching programs so that women can learn how they can manage their money and grow it effectively. We've now been operational for the last 11 years, and we have helped over 4,000 women. These women have become debt-free. They've come out of living paycheck to paycheck. They today save at least 25% more than they ever saved. These women have built their own investment portfolios without depending on their husband, father, broker. Some women have even managed to generate 40 to 80% returns on their investments. Others have learned the step-by-step methodologies to pick the right investments. Some have bought their own properties. Others have started their own businesses. And some of them today are recognized as the finance ministers of their house, and they're involved in major financial decision-making in their families. So if you look at finance, finance has been a male domain in our families. And our intention at Women on Wealth is to make it gender-free. Because we at Women on Wealth believe that finance is a system and everyone can learn it. Finance is not a gender role. It is not something only for the men to do. Finance is a system, and every woman, every man with basic IQ, basic math skills can learn it. Here are the 3 paid online financial training and coaching programs that we run. Number one is our flagship course, the Women on Wealth's Money Gym program, also called as Your Personal Finance Blueprint. Today, you are in a special introduction to this course of ours. And by the end of this webinar, you will have the complete course details of Women on Wealth's Money Gym. Number 2 is a bit of an advanced course to Money Gym. It's called The Art of Picking Quality Stocks for Beginners. And number 3, we run premium one-on-one financial coaching services. Also, we have a lot of free resources for you right here at Women on Wealth. Monday 5 p.m. live on Instagram, we have the Wake Up Women series. Tuesday 10 a.m. live on our Facebook page, we have the decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. Wednesday 10 p.m. on Zoom, we have the candid community conversations. Thursday 10 a.m. live on our Facebook page, we have My Investment Mastery series. Friday 10 a.m. live on our Facebook page, we have the decoding of the Economic Times newspaper. Friday 4:30 p.m. on Instagram, we have the Fortune Friday Ask Me Anything series. And Friday 6 p.m. on Zoom, we have the online money book club discussion. So to take advantage of all these free resources, make sure that you connect with us and you stay connected with us on all our platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and more. The links to all our pages are right here for you to join and take advantage. And now a little bit about me. So if you ever thought that you need to be from a finance background to manage your money, or you need to be great with maths, numbers, and calculations to manage your money, or you thought you need to be a man to manage your money, then note, I'm not a man and I don't come from a finance background. I come from a journalism background. That's what my education, higher education has been in. I used to be a reporter with news agencies like the Press Trust of India, United News of India, and more, where I had a great salary, which I used to spend on branded shoes, clothes, bags. I always wanted to create wealth and I just didn't know how to do that. And I got a big shock when one of my male colleagues ended up buying a property. He was at the same position as mine, same salary as mine. And he ended up buying a property while I had not even managed to save that much money. That's where my quest to wealth began. And I thought the first person to take guidance from is my dad. And like any well-meaning man, my dad mentioned about traditional investments like public provident fund, PPF, and fixed deposits. I did those investments and very soon I realized that the rates of return were really low. And I had big goals. I wanted to buy my own property in Delhi NCR, earn from my investments, ultimately build a corpus for my business. And I knew none of those goals were possible if I continue to manage my money the way I was managing and invest it the way I was investing. I knew I had to take some different actions to get a different result. One of the different actions that showed up for me was to check with this male colleague of mine who had ended up buying a property. And when I checked on him, he mentioned that he invests in the stock market. Straight I went ahead, opened a DMAT account, got myself a broker, and I started buying and selling whatever my broker told me to do. Only to realize in 2008 that I lost 90% of what I had invested. And at that time, I was so sad and disgusted with what had happened that I thought wealth creation was not for me and that I should give up. And I literally gave up on wealth creation. I gave up on wealth creation until I could find my mentors. And I found 4 mentors: a woman stock investor, a property investor, a serial entrepreneur, and a business coach. And when these guys began to guide me and they gave me little exercises to do, financial clarity began to emerge in my life. Like I exactly knew how much money was coming into my life, how much money was going out, where that money was going, how much money I needed to reach my financial goals, where I needed to invest, and how much I needed to invest to reach my financial goals. My stock investor mentor, she taught me a step-by-step methodology to pick good quality stocks. Until then, I didn't even know that there was a proper step-by-step methodology to pick good quality investments. So I learned the methodology to pick good quality stocks, went back to the stock market with a lot of courage. And it was different this time because I started by making 70,000 rupees in 120 minutes. And I kept making money like that to a point that I could buy my own property in Delhi NCR. I learned the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality mutual funds, other investments. And I built a well-diversified investment portfolio without depending on anyone in my life. And a point came where I started earning from my investments. And my earnings from my investments were more than what my expenses were. And at that point, I knew I was free to take up meaningful projects in my life. So I quit my job, and 2011, we started Women on Wealth. Since then, there's been no looking back. It's been 11 years to Women on Wealth, 4,000 women served. And we've been covered by the BBC News, NDTV 24/7 news channel, Zee Business News channel, Hindustan Times newspaper, Femina magazine, Entrepreneur magazine, and a series of women's blogs and posts. Also, Sherry Blair, who's wife of Mr. Tony Blair, the ex-UK Prime Minister, she wrote about us in the Huffington Post herself, and she offered us the India partnership to her Sherry Blair Foundation. And since then, we've been nominating women from India to the foundation in London. So this is pretty much about me and us at Women on Wealth. And now let's talk about you. Please start typing. What are those financial goals that bring you to this session? What is it that your heart truly desires with your finances? So everybody start typing. What are your financial dreams? Okay, buy your own house, buy my dream house, be financially independent, be financially free. Got it? Own my own car, build my child's higher education fund, savings for the future, save for my child, retirement planning, pay off my loans. Got it? Travel the world, build a second source of income, support my child, take over my clinic completely, invest in farming sector, buy a house for my parents, buy my own villa, retirement fund, financial freedom, pursue my interests, solo traveling, alternate source of income, financial freedom for many of you. Got it? So these are your financial goals, everybody. Now start typing. What are those financial struggles or financial challenges which are coming in the way of you reaching these goals? Example, are you living paycheck to paycheck? Are you in debt? Are you finding it difficult to save, or you save and you blow it all up? You're investing, but you're only investing in traditional investments. Got it? Some of you are saying not able to save. I don't know how to save. Lack of knowledge, unplanned spending, not sure where to invest, no track of expenses. I don't have the knowledge for investing. I'm just paying my EMIs. There are so many loans, there's hardly any money to invest. I'm not sure where to invest. I'm paying more taxes than I'm saving money. Difficult to save. Where do I invest? How much percentage to save? EMIs and so much tax. The interest rates are not much in traditional investments, and that's where I'm investing most of my money. Got it? Very high property prices. I don't even think I'll manage to buy it ever. Too much tax. Got it, guys. Got it. So these are some of the many financial challenges you might be facing. And over the last 11 years at Women on Wealth and 4,000 women served, we have addressed all these challenges. However, addressing all these challenges within 90 minutes is impossible. So what I promise to do today is help you make 1% improvement in your money life. We at Women on Wealth believe that by making 1% improvement each day, you can become 37 times better with your finances in an year's time. So how about beginning your improvement, 1% improvement in your finances every day with Women on Wealth today? Type in ready if you're ready to make that 1% improvement. How many are ready? Got that? Surekha, Rama, Supriti, Deepti, Surekha, Archana, Suhani, Vrinda, Paramina, Sapna, Nirmala, Kadambri, Joy, Manju, Madhuri, Sindhu, Ishwarya, Anu, Vishakha, Nirmala, Sakshi, Munmun, Nilanjana, Sonika, Aliza, Gitika, Sarika, Divya, Prerna, Sushma, Ramya, Nafiza, Harshita, and everybody's name I've not managed to take. Let's begin, guys. Let's begin. The 1% improvement in our money life with the 3 concepts of wealth creation. And concept number 1, how not to lose money while investing. Some of you in the beginning of this session today said that you don't want to lose money while investing. And here is one concept that you can begin to take care of if you don't want to lose money while investing. And that concept is inflation. For women who understand Hindi, inflation is called mehengai. So when you are spending more money to buy the same quantity of products and services, that's called inflation. How many of you notice inflation in your lives? Type in me if you notice inflation, if you can see that you're spending more money to buy the same quantity of products and services. Got that? So Vrinda, Kadambri, everybody who's typing in me, start typing which are those items in which you notice you're spending more money. Which are those items? Groceries, yes, fuel, petrol, household items, food, cabs, veggies, fuel, clothes, travel, gold, toys, school fees. Brilliant. So as consumers, all of you notice inflation in your lives. I'm repeating it. As consumers, most of us are aware of inflation in our lives. However, the same concept of inflation goes out of existence for us when we are investing our money. Let me explain this with an example. So imagine there's a policy or scheme that comes your way. This policy and scheme invites you to invest 1 lakh rupees every year for the next 10 years. And at the end of 20 years, it promises to pay you 22 lakh rupees back. Now, how many of us would, not how many, but many of us would actually analyze the scheme exactly like how I'm going to create now. We see, okay, we invest 1 lakh rupees every year for the next 10 years. We invest 10 lakh rupees. At the end of 20 years, we receive 22 lakh rupees back. So 10 years invested, 22 lakh rupees coming back, we think our money is doubling. And we invest our money in such schemes and policies. What we miss looking at is inflation. Just at a 5% inflation rate year on year, 22 lakh rupees 20 years later will be worth 8.2 lakh rupees of today. So by investing 10 lakh rupees, what you're receiving back in value is amount worth 8.2 lakh rupees only. So if you do not want to lose money while investing, it is critical that you follow this guideline, which I'm about to say. The concept, the inflation concept that you need to follow is make sure that the returns on your investments are over and above the inflation rate. I'm repeating it. If you do not want to lose money while investing, you need to make sure that the returns on your investments are over and above the inflation rate. Financial analysts report that inflation rate in our country is much over 8% right now. Just a couple of days ago, Economic Times and other big business newspapers reported that inflation rate in our country has easily touched 7.8% year on year. So what we need to make sure is that the returns on our investments are over and above the inflation rate of 8% year on year. Because only when our returns on our investments are over and above inflation rate will we grow our money, multiply our money, and reach our financial goals. Meryl Diniz is a communication expert. She's an expert, she lives in Goa, and she's a Women on Wealth investor. In a span of 1 year, while inflation has grown by 8% year on year, she says my net worth, my financial worth has increased by 37%. And her financial transformation goes on. So that's Meryl Diniz, a woman who financially educated herself and completely transformed her life. Coming back to inflation. So how many of you have a savings bank account here? I trust each woman here has a savings bank account. Yeah, I love Manju saying, yes, me. So start typing, yes, Sakshi, me. So start typing, what is the rate of return that you generate on your savings bank account? Any idea? What's the rate of return you generate on your savings bank account? Okay, no idea. 4, 5, 6, 2.5, 4, 4.6, hardly 4, 6, under 6, no idea. 5, 3, 4. Many of you are right. It's between 2 and 4% year on year. That's the return on your savings bank account. Now, if you look at the interest on your fixed deposits, it's between 4 and 6% year on year, depending on the time horizon of your fixed deposit. If you look at post office savings, provident fund, other investments, okay, other so-called traditional investments, safe investments, policies, schemes, the rates of return are between 6 and 7.6% max. So if inflation rate is at 8%, and where you are saving and investing your money is in the savings bank account, fixed deposit, post office investment, provident fund, policy schemes, are you really truly beating inflation? Type in yes or no. Are you beating inflation? Yes if you are, no if you aren't. Brilliant, no. So it's critical that if you want to reach these important financial goals in your life, you beat inflation and you generate rates of return which are over and above the 8% inflation rate. Now, which are those investment instruments that truly beat inflation? Start writing. There are mutual funds, gold bonds, stocks, properties, businesses. These are some of the examples of some investment instruments that truly beat inflation. Now tell me, how many of you invest in mutual funds? Type in me. Type in me if you invest in mutual funds, guys. Got it? Kaveri, Archana, Vrinda, Sudha, everybody who's typing, you invest in mutual funds. How many of you understand the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds? How many of you? All of you were saying you invest in mutual funds. How many of you understand the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds? No idea? You don't? No knowledge? Then how come you are picking all these mutual funds? What's happening, guys? Going by the broker? Third party? Broker? Friends? Random taking help from others, random help from others, blogs, mutual fund advisors. So all of you who are saying that you are dependent on your advisor, broker, Google, husband, friend, colleague, father, brother, all of you are saying that. This is a dependent way of investing. How many of you who are following this dependent way of investing, you're absolutely confident that you're going to make it to your financial goals with this way of investing? Type in confident or not confident. How many of you are absolutely confident? No? No Kaveri, no Sudha, Ayushi, Suhani, Vrinda, Sapna, Kadambri, nobody is? Got it. Nafiza, Archana, Promina, Manju, nobody is. Look at this, guys. This is a wake-up call for each woman who still thinks that dependency is the way forward for her. The truth about wealth creation, everybody, is that dependence is not the way forward. If any kind of dependence on husband, father, brother, broker, advisor, Google could make women wealthy, if it could make women reach their financial goals, trust you me, many women will be sitting here and saying, hey, I'm confident. But not even one woman in this large room of women is saying, I'm confident. So the truth about wealth creation is that each woman needs to learn. Financial education is missing in our school and college system. And it's critical that we learn. We learn how to manage our money. We educate ourselves in this We build our skill in this. So now it takes us over 4 hours in our course to teach the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. There is over a 30-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. I'm right now sharing the first 4 or 5 steps with you, just inside of my commitment to help you make 1% improvement in your money life. So here are the steps. Number 1, we look at what is that category of mutual fund we should be picking. Number 2, we look at who the fund manager is. What is the fund manager's strategy? Then we look at what is the portfolio that the fund manager is building within that mutual fund. Then we look at what is the asset allocation he's doing, what is the kind of concentration, what's the expense ratio, what are the risk to reward measures, etc. Now, how many of you are thinking, man, this is all going over my head? What is Priyanka talking? Is she a crazy woman who is expecting me to get everything that she's saying? How many of you are thinking that? Type in me. Got it, Ramina? Yes, Sakshi, Sweta, Rama, Thesika, Surekha, got it. I didn't understand a word Thesika is saying. Got it. Manju, Mahalakshmi, Sindhu, Sakshi, got it. Ashwarya, everybody, Deepti, Nafiza, Harshita. And this is why I said it takes us 4 hours to explain the basics of the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. So now coming to concept number 2 of wealth creation. So concept number 2, which is the truth about wealth creation and the 3 phases of wealth creation. So wealth creation happens in phases, everybody. No matter how much we want to just fly, it takes time and it takes phases. Number 1 is the accumulation phase. Number 2 is the growth phase. And number 3 is the income phase. Accumulation phase is when we accumulate the money that we are receiving in our lives. Each woman receives money, whether as salary, pocket money, household income, business income, inheritance. Money comes into every woman's life. When we save that money, we accumulate that money. We are in the accumulation phase of our finances. However, if we are living paycheck to paycheck, or we are in debt, or we find it difficult to save, or we save and we blow it all up, then our challenge lies in the accumulation phase of our finances. Number 2 phase is the growth phase, where we begin to grow our finances over and above the inflation rate. I'm repeating it. You're in the growth phase of your finances only when you're financially educated and you're growing your money with your own understanding over and above the inflation rate of 8% year on year. Number 3 is the income phase. This is an investment income phase. At the beginning of this session, many of you said you want financial freedom. You want to free yourself from the 9 to 5 constraint of a job. Well, that's the income phase. Okay, where your investment income is more than your expenses and you're free to take up any of your passion projects or meaningful projects in your life. Now tell me, guys, how many of you think that you need to accumulate a lot of money before you can grow your finances? Type in me if you think that you need to accumulate a lot of money before you can grow your finances. Got it, Vrunda, Pooja, Gautami, Surekha, Deepti, everybody who is saying me, Harshita, everybody, okay? Start writing on your papers. Imagine, okay? Imagine that you are a knowledgeable investor. What does a knowledgeable investor means? Means you're financially educated, okay? You understand finances, you're financially educated, you build those skills. You are a knowledgeable, independent investor. You're not dependent on anyone, okay? That's an assumption 1. Number 2, assume you're 30 years old, 30 years old. And you start saving and investing just 10,000 rupees per month from age 30 until age 60. So I'm repeating all the assumptions. You are a knowledgeable investor. You're 30 years old. You start saving and investing 10,000 rupees per month from age 30 to age 60. So in total, you would have invested 36 lakh rupees in 30 years. And say you invest in a good quality investment with your own study and understanding, and the returns on your investments are 8%. Compounded annual rate of return is 8%. Now this 36 lakh rupees invested over 30 years at just 10,000 rupees per month would have become 1.5 crore rupees by the time you turned age 60. And now this is the power of small savings. So the point I'm here trying to make is help you bust the myth that you need to accumulate a lot of money before you can grow it. You can begin with even 1,000 rupees in your pocket. The key is, have you built those skills? Are you financially educated? Can you reach your financial goals with your own understanding? Money, even small, can be made into big. The key difference is, are you skilled? Are you financially educated? Are you willing to get there? Type in got it if you got this completely, guys. How many of you got it? Got it, Gautami, Kadambari, Surekha, Suhani, Harshita, Vrinda, Neha, Ayushi, Manju, Pooja, Deepa, Kaveri, Harshri, Sakshi, Madhuri, Neela, got it, Sonika, everybody whose name I've not managed to take. Brilliant, guys. I'm glad you all are here to learn together. Here is Prema Guru. She's a home baker, a women on wealth investor. She came to a similar introduction session back in 2014. She was married for 2 years then. At that time, she was living paycheck to paycheck. She was in a credit card and a personal debt of about 10 lakh rupees. She was finding it difficult to talk about money with her husband. And within the webinar, she registered for the Money Gym program. And then within 20 months of doing the Money Gym program, she became debt-free. She paid off her entire credit card and personal debt of 10 lakh rupees, and she has never been in debt ever since. A couple of months after that, she built her emergency fund, bought the right insurances for herself. She started doing her own income tax planning and that of her husband. And then she bought her own investments. She bought the right mutual funds, stocks, gold bonds, other investments without depending on anyone in her life. At that point, her husband noticed the change that Prema was bringing to her family's finances. He declared her as the finance minister of the house and started handing over his entire salary to her so that she could intelligently invest for both of them. A couple of months after that, they bought a land in their hometown. A couple of years after that, when they were absolutely financially secure and financially prepared, they brought a daughter to this world. And then they started building the daughter's higher education fund. A couple of years after that, the coronavirus crisis hit all of us. In the first wave, both of them, Prema and her husband, lost their income. But nothing could shake the peace of mind of the family. Today, both of them are back in their work, earning more than they ever did before. And they are building their own retirement fund and their daughter's higher education fund. So this is the financial transformation that Prema has brought into her life and her family life. So that's a woman taking charge of her finances, everybody. And so can you. You might be thinking to yourself, hey, Prema did it. 4,000 women in the Women on Wealth community did it. How can you begin on your wealth creation right now? What are those steps to create wealth? Step number 1, resolve to start. A lot of us women, we keep talking about our financial dreams. We never get started on them really. Start typing for how many years or months, guys, you've been thinking about these financial goals. How many years, months it's been since you've been thinking about your goals? 4 years. Got it. 4, 1.5, 2, 14, 2, 20, 3, 5, 1. Ever since I started working. 2, 3, 1 year, 4 years, 7 years, 10 years. Now start typing, guys. What are those excuses that you've been giving yourself for not getting started? What are those excuses that you've been giving yourself? Come on, let's be honest, right? You know this is a safe space for you. So let's acknowledge today. Okay, I don't have enough income. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough knowledge. I'm too scared. I don't know what my family will say. I think I will lose money. I'm not confident. I don't have enough knowledge. I'm scared. I don't have the discipline to learn. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. Yeah, I don't think I have the right guidance. Well, education is all around us. Knowledge is all around us. So I don't know about this excuse. And money, you can begin even with small amounts of money. So I don't know that excuse. And time, well, each one of us can take out time when something is critical for us, right? We all know that about us. Now start typing, what is the cost that you've paid for waiting all this long? What's the cost? What's the cost you've paid for giving these excuses? You've lost your income. There are no savings. You're living paycheck to paycheck. I feel I've not done enough. There are no savings. Got it. What else? No freedom, no savings, too much uncertainty. I've lost time. I'm still just in the accumulation phase. I feel stuck. No savings even for emergencies. I just keep compromising on many things in life. I'm just losing out on more time. What's the cost, guys? What's the cost of losing more time? What's the cost? How do you feel about this? You don't feel you've grown. Brilliant. What else? You don't feel free. You don't feel you're fully independent. What's the cost of losing time? Yeah, you feel dependent. No freedom. Fear of the future is there. Zero growth. Not enough money. I don't have my own identity. I'm not living the way I want. So you're feeling insecure. You're feeling uncertain about the future. Have you lost your peace of mind? Are you losing your good night's sleep? Is fear taking too much from you? Now that's the cost. Now tell me, guys, if you keep taking the actions you've been taking in the past, if you keep giving the excuses you've been giving in the past, is your future going to be any different? Type in yes or no. Is your future going to be any different if you keep taking the actions from the past? No. Brilliant. Only different actions give you different result. So what is absolutely critical is that you resolve to start. You choose to take different actions. Because now if you don't take different actions, who will? These are your financial goals and you are in charge. So how many of you are resolving to start? Type in resolved. If you're resolving to start no matter what. Got that? Manju, Rama, Ayushi, Parmita, Surekha, Mahalakshmi, Kadambari, Gautami, Kaveri, Pooja, Suprita, Disha, Neha, Sakshi, Archana, Madhuri, Sonika. So everybody, you're giving up your right, okay, to give more reasons, to give more excuses. And after you resolve to start, step number 2 is learn how to research. Finance is a system, everybody, and we need to learn this system and apply it in our lives. There is a step-by-step methodology to everything in finances. You want to pick the right investments. You want to become debt-free. You want to come out of living paycheck to paycheck. You want to save more money. There is a step-by-step method to everything in finances. So you need to learn this method and build a financial system in your life so that you can reach your financial goals. Let me give you an example of a step-by-step methodology in an investment. So say you want to invest in a business, okay? And this investment, this business comes your way. This business is 40 years old, which means it's a well-established business. It has borrowings worth 1 crore rupees. It does not have enough cash to pay off those borrowings. Also, it is not making enough profit to pay off the borrowings. Given this financial situation, if you're invited to invest in this business, would you invest? Type in yes or no. 40-year-old well-established business, 1 crore rupee borrowings, not enough cash, not enough profit to pay off the borrowings. If you're invited to invest in this business, would you invest? No, brilliant. You guys are all absolutely right. Brilliant. So it's no rocket science. It's just a step-by-step method that we saw to make a decision. What all did we see when we were judging a business? We saw how old it was to understand if it was well established or not. We looked at how much borrowings it had. We looked at how much ready cash it had. Ready cash is available cash. And how much profit it was making. If it could pay off the debt with profits. That's it. We used a step-by-step method to judge if an investment was worth our hard-earned money. And none of us women, in the craziest of our minds, would ever invest in a business like that. Now tell me, guys, a lot of women complain to me finance is complex. Was this step-by-step method complex? Type in yes or no. Was this method complex? No, right? Did it require a lot of maths? Like you had to do a lot of maths. Did it require that you come from a finance background? Did it require a man? Like we women are not smart enough to understand this methodology and use it? No, right? So my invitation, another invitation in this webinar is, can we all go beyond all that we thought about finance, money, investments? Can we break out of all this conditioning that we've had with money? And this brings me to the third step of wealth creation, which is to build your investor attitude. So open your mind, everybody. Open your hearts. Go beyond all the myths you have. Go beyond all the old conditioning you have. Be willing to learn. Persist. Be disciplined. Be focused. Next step. Note that mentors are a key. Like I'm clear, had my stock investor mentor not been there, I would have not learned the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality stocks. And I would have not gone back to the market ever and built all the returns, the huge returns that I built with my stock investments. So mentors are a key, guys. This was just an example for you. I've had many, many mentors in my life, and each mentor is a treasure. I wouldn't be sitting here inviting you guys to take charge if they were not there. So note, guys, mentors are a key. I'm not talking about advisors here. I'm not talking about brokers here. I'm talking about financially educated people who can help you become financially educated so that you can make independent investment decisions, independent, intelligent financial decisions. Next step, community, the secret success ingredient. We're all equal to the 5 people around us. If those 5 people are financially successful people, we will be financially successful too. The key is, can we surround ourselves with people like that? Can we surround ourselves with financially educated people, financially skilled people, so that we can become financially skilled too? So I'm repeating the steps to wealth creation. Number 1, resolve to start. Number 2, learn how to research, build a financial system in your life, learn the step-by-step methodology to wealth creation. Build an investor attitude. Note that mentors are a key and community is the secret success ingredient. Kaveri Bharat is a potter. She's a ceramic artist and a women on wealth investor out here in Chennai. She says, before the program, before the Money Gym program, I used to think that I barely have any money to put bread and butter on the table. So I will never be able to save anything. Forget investing. Today, I have complete awareness of where I am, where I want to be, and how I can get there financially. She says, I've started my PPF, started an emergency fund, bought gold bonds, started my NPS, started 2 mutual fund investments, all on my own. And I've realized that I don't need a broker. And this is a financial transformation Kaveri has caused in her life within 3 months of joining Women on Wealth. So that's Kaveri Bharat, another woman who's transformed her life. And this is who we are, everybody. We are Women on Wealth, your money school for women, where women enter this online school, money school, and they learn how to take charge of their finances. And they stay in this alumni community for the rest of their lives. Time for some questions, everybody, now. So start typing. What are the various questions you have? No question is silly, no question is basic. And if you have questions around our course, stay tuned. After the Q&A section is complete, I will share the complete course details of Women on Wealth's Money Gym. So till then, stay tuned with any questions that you have for the course. And for any other questions, no, this is a safe space. Start typing. Okay, where do I start now? What are those starting steps for wealth creation? Got it. So here are the steps to create wealth, everybody. Number 1, you need to identify your financial goals. Where is it that I want to be financially? And how much money will I need in the future to reach my financial goals? Say your child's higher education in the college you are eyeing, say right now it costs 20 lakhs. But 15 years later, when your child will go to school, college, that college, the fee will not be 15, 20 lakhs, yeah, whatever the amount be. It will be much higher because inflation is there. So you need to learn how to calculate the future value of your goals. Step number 2, you need to identify what is your current financial situation. How much money, okay, do you have right now invested? Is it invested in the right investment instruments? Are those investment instruments the right instruments that can take you to your financial goals? What is the kind of diversification in your investment portfolio right now? You need to then identify the gap between where you are right now financially and where you need to be. And then how do you cover that gap? Do you need to learn the art of financial planning? Do you need to learn how to build a diversified investment portfolio? Do you need to learn the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality investments? You need to learn how to balance, okay, how to balance immediate gratification with your financial goals. So you need to, kind of check where are you right now with your financial skills and what are those financial skills that you want to build. Okay. Some women often ask me, okay, tell me, should I be doing stock investing? Should I be investing in cryptocurrency? Should I be buying these NFTs, NFOs, IPOs, all of this? Now, these are all advanced concepts to wealth creation. IPOs, NFOs, cryptocurrencies, stock trading. They are not for beginners. How many of you have, absolute clarity on financial planning? Like you can write your own financial plan. Type in me or not me. Okay, I love what Vrinda is saying. No, she's nodding her head like that. She's saying, what are you saying? Got it. So Kadambri, Pramina, Sakshi, Ayushi, everybody is saying, no, not me. Got it. Another question. Do you know the step-by-step methodology to diversify your investment portfolio? No? Got it, guys? Next, do you know the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds? Other investments? No. So if you answered no to any of these questions, understand that you lack financial foundation. Okay? You lack financial foundation. If you're constructing any building, tell me guys, can you build the first floor of the building without building its ground floor? Can you construct the first floor of the building without building its foundation? Will the first floor manage to sustain itself? No. You will notice 99% people failing in stock trading. 99.9% women failing with investments. Because many of us jump to these fads, advanced concepts, without building the base. And there are many investments, guys, which are decades old, which beat inflation. And we got to begin from those investments and not begin from these new shiny objects like cryptocurrency, NFTs, which have no track record. How many people do you know who built wealth over years? They built sustained wealth over the last 50 years with cryptocurrencies. Can you build sustained wealth? And that's what I'm talking about, sustained wealth, because at different stages of your life, you will have different goals. Maybe right now you want to buy a property. 15 years later, you want to send your child for higher education. Say 20, 25 years later, you're retiring. In between all these years, you want to pay for your parents. You want to travel the world. So there are different life goals at different stages. And you got to focus on methods that help you build sustained wealth for a lifetime. Okay? It's not about investing today and getting some return tomorrow and that's about it. No, that ain't going to help you reach your goals. So there are many, many good quality investments. And there's an entire financial system that you need to build at your base. So that at some point, yes, you can advance to these investments as well. But the starting point is not these. Okay, let's look for more common questions now. I am 40. I am late. Am I late? Well, I'm sure many, many women here will be in their 40s. How many of you are in your 40s? Type in me, guys. I want to know how many of you are in your 40s here. Got it. How many of you in your late 30s? Got it. 44, 40. How many of you in your late 30s? Got it. 38, right? 32, late 30s, 42. Guys, if you're willing to build the skills and build the attitude, trust you me, even late 40s is not late. Okay? To truly generate huge rates of return, you need 5 years in your kitty. 5, and if you have 7 years, if your goal is over 7 years away, still you can make it. Okay, so every woman who is thinking, hey, I'm 30. Well, I gave you an example of 30, right? From age 30 to age 60, you invest 10,000 rupees per month. As a financially educated woman, you have 1.5 crore rupees by the age 60. Okay, that's no small amount. So everybody who's thinking, hey, am I late? Trust you me, you're not. How much now you're willing to bring velocity in your learning. Okay, velocity now needs to come in your financial skill building. The more skills you build, the more wealth you will create. Your wealth is going to be directly proportional to the financial skill, the financial mindset you build. Can you now bring velocity to that mindset building, to that knowledge building? The more velocity you build, the more returns you will generate. And trust you me, 42, 44, 46, not late. You can do it. If so many women who joined us in the last 11 years can do it, if I can do it, so can you. Okay. Okay, so another question, which is a very common question. So do I need a DMAT account to start building wealth? Okay, so what is a DMAT account? A DMAT account is an account which is used to buy and sell stocks and bonds and some funds. Now you can open a DMAT account. Okay, it's like opening a bank account. But if you have no money coming in, is there any point opening a bank account? The bank is only going to charge you money for having that account with them. If you have no money coming in, there's no point opening that account. The same way, if you don't know what to buy in that DMAT account, which are those good quality investments that I should pick, what's the point of opening a DMAT account? You will only open a DMAT account when you know these are good quality investments that I want to buy. These are good quality bonds, funds, stocks that I want to buy. Until you are financially educated, no point opening a DMAT account. You're just unnecessary increasing your expenses. Okay, you're going to be charged for opening a DMAT account. No point opening it. And also, you know, investing your money without learning, investing your money while you're dependent on others is like throwing your money in the dustbin. How many of us are actually throwing our money in the dustbin? We physically don't do that, right? But when we are investing without understanding, that's exactly what we do. Okay, let me see more questions. How do I learn ways to build sustainable wealth? Well, Women on Wealth is your space. Okay, join in. Is it possible to earn 50 lakh rupees every year from investments? Yes. You can earn any amount of money. Vijay Kedia is India's second biggest stock investor, and he's a mentor at Women on Wealth. Vijay Kedia. Okay, and he makes crores every year from his investments. If he can do it, so many people can do it. Why can't you? It's absolutely possible. Are you willing to train up to it? तुक्केबाजी से wealth नहीं create होगी. Proper learning से definitely होगी, because you will know what you're doing. That's how it is. Which site do I look at to see the financials? There are many websites these days. Screener.in, moneycontrol.com. There are many, fundu.in. There are so many websites that will give you financials of different mutual funds, stocks, companies, businesses. But do you know how to look at those financials? What's the point going to these websites and looking at all these numbers when you don't know what to pick? Right? So going on these websites or opening a DMAT account or jumping directly to investments is not the starting step. The more you invest in yourself, the more your investments will generate returns. How do you calculate inflation? Well, that comes in the newspapers every month. Okay, inflation rate comes in the economy page of the Economic Times newspaper every month. And every Friday, 10 a.m. on our Women on Wealth Facebook page, we decode the Economic Times newspaper, right? Some of us, or actually many of us, we stay away from business papers, even if we want to create wealth, right? So you can take advantage of all these free resources right here on these platforms of ours, Instagram, Facebook. YouTube, LinkedIn, and you can join our Money Book Club, which is the last platform. Okay. So thank you so much. I trust that you created value for yourself from all the 3 concepts that I shared with you today and from all the questions that I answered. Here are my questions now for you to answer. My first question for you is, how many of you realize that there is a lot more to learn as far as implementing this knowledge that I've shared with you is concerned? How many of you realize that there is a lot more to learn as far as implementing this knowledge that I've shared with you is concerned? Got that? Munmun, Vrunda, Surekha, Deepti, Harshita, Surekha, Archana, Suhani, Swati, Kaveri, Kadambri, Itishri, Anu, Hima, Sakshi, Mahalakshmi. Got that, Sweta? Here is my second question and a more important question. How many of you realize that by not implementing this knowledge, you will be repeating your past? You will try to do things how you've done in the past, and you will have more of the past. How many of you can see this? That you will repeat your past if you don't implement this knowledge, and you will have more of the past. Kharid, Neha, Archana, Munmun. Yes, Kadambri. Got it, Parmeena. Vrunda. Got it. You can see it clearly now, guys. And this is why. Got it. Stuck forever. Got that, Mahalakshmi. Got it. And this is why we've designed the Women on Wealth's Money Gym program. The Women on Wealth's Money Gym program is your personal finance blueprint. It is the ultimate training system that has been designed to give you access to your financial freedom. It is the ultimate training system that has been designed to give you access to your financial goals. So you could be anywhere here right now, okay? You could be a complete beginner. You could be somebody who's at an intermediate level, but is dependent on others for her investments and finances. Or you know stuff, but you lack implementation. In 2 months' time, you have the possibility of becoming a knowledgeable Women on Wealth investor. Somebody who understands essential tools, is a confident investor, and you start investing on your own with our guidance within 2 months of the Money Gym program. Are you ready for this journey of your financial transformation? So whatever you've learned with me in the last 1 hour, I will help you put all that into action. So I'm going to give you the step-by-step guide on how to implement that. And before I go on to tell you more about the curriculum of this course, I'm going to make this clear. I need your permission, everybody. I'm going to make this clear that this course is not for everyone. So if you feel this course is not for you, this is not your cup of tea, you're okay about being dependent on others, or you're already somebody who's willing to quit, you're planning to quit, you don't even want your own money, or you're somebody who's wanting to get rich quick, like over time, overnight, you will push some button and you will get all the money, then this course is not for you. You can leave this webinar right now with all my love and try something else. Thank you so much for coming. I'm grateful. This is a fail-proof blueprint, everybody. The only way you fail in this system is if you don't take actions or if you quit. This work requires just 15 minutes of your time. 15 minutes of your time every day, 15 minutes worth of hard work, energy, dedication, effort to make things work and to make things happen. So if you are somebody who is serious about her financial goals and you're willing to make a decision today in this webinar, I want you to type, I'm serious about my financial goals, because now I'm going to talk with serious women only. Like I said before, decisions build financial destiny. And women who decide without sitting on the fence are the ones who are going to make true financial progress in their lives. And I want to speak with those women who are ready to make a decision today in this webinar. So how many of you are serious? Kaveri, Neha, Gayatri, Nafiza, Aishwarya, Archana, Ramya, Mahalakshmi, Swati, Kadambri, Deepti, Nilanjana, Sindhu. Got it. Gayatri, Manju, Vrunda, Neha. I'm damn serious. Got it. Munmun, Surekha, Sakshi, Suhani, Sapna, pretty serious, Sonika, Anu, Thesika, absolutely serious. Got that? I'm feeling absolutely joyous to be sitting in the company of women who are serious about their goals. What a rare bunch, guys. And I will tell you from my side that whatever I offer in this webinar today is going to be the best value, the best that I'm going to give you. And even if you give 1 rupee, you're going to get over 10 rupees worth of value with your skill building within the program. And over 100 times and 1,000 times the returns over your lifetime with your sustained wealth. And you can mark my words for that. So thank you so much. I needed your permission before I tell you more about the curriculum of this course. I will now share all the details with you. And you have to decide for yourself whether it is a yes or a no. For me, it does not matter. This is what you're going to do for yourself and your money life. So sharing the details of the Women on Wealth Money Gym program, everybody. Here are the details. The Women on Wealth Money Gym program is a 6-step program. In step number 1, you build a vision for yourself. In step number 2, you identify your current financial situation. You look at where all my money is going and what is my net worth. In step number 3, you identify the gap between where you are right now financially and where you want to be. In step number 4, you build your financial plan, especially your retirement plan within the program. You become your own financial planner for the rest of your life. In step number 5, you build your investment portfolio. You learn how to identify equity mutual funds, gold bonds, gold funds, physical gold, and other safe investment instruments within the program, and you start investing in them within the program with our guidance. In step number 6, you build your financial integrity, which is a balance between immediate gratification and your financial goals. And here are the topics that we cover in these 6 steps of the Money Gym program. Your vision and financial goals, pillars of financial security, expense tracking, money in, money out, the right insurances for you, how to create wealth, your growing net worth, property and property loan, funds allocation for now and post-retirement, how to generate regular income, wealth creation formula, financial planning, to have more, save more, invest more, and be at it. Mutual funds step-by-step guide. What are SIPs and how do they benefit? Fund manager and their strategies. How to invest in mutual funds. Drivers to exit a mutual fund. How much is enough? What is money for you? Your real hourly rate. Balance between immediate gratification, goals, values, and fulfillment. What to expect on this journey, low drama, high impact. So these are all the topics that get covered in the 6 steps of the Money Gym program. And here is a value of a lifetime that you take away. Number 1, you get access to come out of living paycheck to paycheck. Number 2, you become debt-free. Women who join our course and persist with the community, they report that they paid off their 20-year home loan in record 4 years' time. You increase your savings by at least 25%. You get clarity on your financial goals. You become comfortable in asking for money and talking about it with people in your life. You learn the basics of financial planning, especially retirement planning in the program. You become your own financial planner for the rest of your life. You build an investment portfolio independently and confidently with our guidance within the program. You learn the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds, gold, and many other investments. All this possible for you with your participation in the Money Gym program. So you can start on your financial success today, right now. How it will work. You will receive 10 video recordings to watch, learn, and implement from. Bonuses, you will receive 25 supplementary video recordings to aid your investment decisions. So a total of 35 video recordings you will receive, and you will have unlimited access, lifetime access to these video recordings. So you can watch them, learn from them anytime during the day, night, any night. Plus, there are comprehensive worksheets that you receive with the video recordings. So you watch and learn from these video recordings and you implement in these comprehensive worksheets that you receive with these video recordings. You need a laptop for this course and you need to know how to type in an Excel sheet. Everything else we've done. All the calculations, everything is built in the worksheets. You just need to know how to type in an Excel sheet to make it to your financial skill building and your goals. Today, as you register within the webinar, you take with you not just the Money Gym Personal Finance Blueprint video recordings and worksheets, but you get bonuses today. With the Money Gym Personal Finance Blueprint video recordings and worksheets, you get the Investment Mastery Series video recordings as well, and the Mutual Fund Investment Series video recordings as well. So today, as you join in, you're taking away with you the entire Money Gym bundle. Here are the topics that get covered in the Investment Mastery Series: inflation, life insurance, sovereign gold bonds, why gold bonds over gold funds, basics of stock investing, property buying, property investing, cryptocurrency, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, National Pension Scheme, Public Provident Fund, post office schemes, bank deposits, 8 questions to ask before selling your equity mutual funds. All these topics you learn about in the Investment Mastery Series. Here is what gets covered in the Mutual Fund Investment Series. What are mutual funds? Advantages and disadvantages. Types of mutual funds. Are investments in mutual funds safe? Can NRIs invest in India? What is an NFO? How you invest in it? Equity mutual funds. Types of equity mutual funds. Debt mutual funds, direct stock investing versus equity mutual funds, ELSS, tax saving funds. How many equity mutual funds should I own? Understanding mutual fund returns, taxation in mutual funds. So all these topics get covered in the Mutual Fund Investment Series. So today, as you register within the webinar, you take away with you the entire Money Gym bundle. You take away with you the Money Gym Personal Finance Blueprint video recordings and worksheets, plus Investment Mastery Series video recordings, plus Mutual Fund Investment Series video recordings, and much more. You take away with you a Facebook group, online money book club, peer group study, decoding finance news, community chat, and monthly meetups, all for a lifetime of your sustained wealth and financial goals. Today, as you register into the webinar, this is how you will enter the Women on Wealth School online. There'll be a login ID that you will receive. So you will have your login ID and password. You log in and this is how your course will look. This is how each lecture in the course will look. First, you will get access to all the video recordings right away today as you register within the webinar. That's not all. With these video recordings and worksheets, okay, with this entire Money Gym bundle for a lifetime, you also get group coaching, which are 5 live sessions. So like for people who are sitting on Zoom with me, you're sitting live with me right now. You will come live for 5 sessions over 5 Saturdays. And this is how you benefit with group coaching, live sessions. Number 1, you get a target date to work towards for completing your videos. We all work better with targets. Your starting date of the group coaching is your target date until when you complete watching your video recordings of the main Personal Finance Blueprint series. Number 2, you bring velocity to implementation of the system. You don't want to just learn about the financial system. You want to be able to implement it. Group coaching, the live sessions help you bring velocity to implementation of the system. You get your queries answered. You ask the questions live in the group coaching sessions and you get all your answers right there in the group coaching session. So your learning maximizes. You experience the power of community work. When women who are serious about their financial goals, they come together, new power gets generated. You get to experience that power in this community. You learn from each other's questions and you get an opportunity to be with the mentor live in these group coaching sessions. So all this benefit in group coaching live sessions. Please note down the next batches. The next batch of the online group coaching begins on July 9th, Saturday 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. The batch after that begins on August 6th, which is a Saturday 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. And from and until July 9th or August 6th, whichever batch you intend to join, your job is to make sure you complete just the Money Gym Personal Finance Blueprint video recordings and work on the worksheets. This will be accomplished just by putting 15 minutes every day. Yes, just 15 minutes every day from today until July 9th or August 6th. And then from July 9th or August 6th, we will meet every Saturday for 5 Saturdays every week, same time. For July 9th, Saturdays, the timing is 11 to 12. For August 6th batch, the timing is 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. sharp. So every Saturday for 5 Saturdays, we will be meeting at these respective times. That's not all. You join your women investors community and the monthly meetups. So upon successful completion of your live group coaching sessions, you will get access to the community. This is an inner circle that you're joining. What is an inner circle? These are women who've completed the Money Gym already. They've built their investment portfolios. They have ticked some of their financial goals. They are on their way to building sustained wealth for a lifetime. You get to join this community. This community is live chat group, so you can chat around and get any question answered during your lifetime. And there are monthly meetups that happen live for a lifetime. So you're joining this community after the course completes for a lifetime, for all your financial goals for a lifetime. So this is how we help you achieve all your goals over a sustained period of time. This is how our thriving community of women investors look. We're completely online, everybody. You join a live chat group for a lifetime, monthly meetups for a lifetime that happen live on Zoom right now. There's continuous financial education for you. You ask and give support for a lifetime to each other, and you stay on track for the rest of your life. All this possible with your participation in the Money Gym program and your community. Are you concerned? Are you thinking what will happen if you don't give your best? Well, this is your environment for your financial success. The Money Gym program and your Women on Wealth community is your environment for your financial success. We focus on just giving you simple instructional videos plus worksheets for implementation. There are weekly Instagram and Facebook lives that we do to listen, grow, and stay inspired in. You focus on just making 1% improvement daily. You give just 15 minutes a day, every day. This is implementation focused. There's group study among peers that you do. There's active chat group. There's an interaction with the mentor that happens live. There's a financial catalyst to support you individually anytime that you need in your journey. And there is a community for continuous education and for being on track for the rest of your life. All this as your environment for your financial success. So time to get started on your financial success, everybody. The total value of this course is over 1,50,000 rupees. Today, you get it at a special price of just 30,000 rupees. This is inclusive of lifetime of video recordings and worksheets, 5 live group coaching sessions and guidance from the mentor and financial catalyst individually, and lifetime of community inner circle chat group and monthly meetups. A lifetime of support in just 30,000 rupees. If you pay in one go, you pay a one-time fee of only 27,000 rupees and you save 3,000 rupees. So if you pay in one go, you pay only 27,000 and you commit to your financial future right away. This is the option that we have available for you only for the July and August batch. Okay. Now, if you're looking for an installment plan, then it is available only for the August batch. You pay 10,000 rupees right now, which is the 5th of June. 10,000 rupees. The second installment you pay next month by 1st of July. The third installment of 10,000 you pay by the 1st of August. So you can pay either 27,000 rupees and register yourself, save 3,000 rupees. You will get access to the entire Money Gym bundle right away. Whether you pay 27,000 or 10,000 rupee installment plan you take. Either way, it works. Yes, 27,000 is the option which is available for the July batch. If you want the July batch, then guys, you have to pay 27,000. If you're okay with delaying a bit, then yes, August batch, you can join with 10,000 rupees. So you can Google Pay, Paytm, the UPID is 9818540023 at OKBiz Access. You can scan the code on the left to make the payment. If you want to make the payment via the debit or the credit card, the payment link will be put in the chat right now. In your Zoom chat, the payment link will be put. You can make the payment via the debit or the credit card. A small fee will be levied by that platform to make the link, to make the payment via the debit or the credit card. Once you make the payment, type in the chat, payment done. And then we will confirm that you've received your payment. After that, after receiving your payment and confirming that you've received your payment, we will send you a registration form on your WhatsApp. You need to save our WhatsApp number then and fill the registration form. Only when you fill the registration form can we give you access to the entire Money Gym bundle. So make sure before you leave the webinar today, you fill the registration form so that we can give you access to the entire Money Gym bundle. So start registering, everybody. It is time for you to alter your financial destiny. So jump in and register yourself. Type in payment done once you've done. Everybody who's watching us on social media, get in touch to register yourself right away.